Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KB Terrace Talk podcast. Today we are on the Sunday service, and I have got 5 fantastic panelists with us tonight. We've got 2 new guys to the actual show. One guy that you will have seen before if you follow the Bradford Chickens on the Loose podcast. You will have come across this guy before. If not, what are you doing? Why are you living under a rock? Get following Chickens on the Loose podcast for Bradford City. So I've got 5 panelists, like I said. Tonight I have got Mark in from, a Coventry, resident Coventry fan. How are we doing, Mark?
Not bad at all. Good weekend.
Fabulous. We've also got 2 ultimate Rotherham fans. We've got Tom.
All right, gents. How's it going? We all okay?
Yes, mate.
Up the Millers.
And we've also got Ben in tonight. How are we doing, Ben?
Very well, thank you. Bad weekend for us Millers again, but
we will get involved in that Millers talk as the show goes on tonight. We've got a nice little bit of a chat to talk about that Stockport game. And we've got 2 new fresh virgins to the show. We've got Sean, who sits next to me currently. How are we doing, mate?
Yeah, doing good. A lot to feel good about at the moment, actually, with how we're doing this season.
Absolutely. So for anybody that doesn't know, Sean is our Cardiff City fan. Tell us a little bit about yourself then, mate, and tell us what it is about Cardiff City that you love so much.
Okay, so I've been a supporter for 17 or 18 years. I started. So my first game was back in the Ninian Park era, and I just immediately fell in love with the club from the get-go, really, because I think the main thing is the fans. To be honest, they make it such an enjoyable experience to go to games each week.
Fabulous, mate. Absolutely fabulous. It's great to have you on anyway, mate. And we will delve a little bit more into your lovely little win very, very shortly. Johnny, Chickens on the Loose podcast. Tell us a little bit about your podcast and then tell us about your weekend game, mate.
So I'm Johnny from Bradford City Chickens on the Loose podcast. And I do a podcast. So say if we have a game on a Tuesday, I do a podcast on a Monday. And if we play Saturday, I have a podcast on Friday, live on 6 o'clock on this platform here. And the game on Saturday, obviously against Cardiff, we got outplayed. Simple as that. We did not press whatsoever. First 20 minutes, I think we did all right, and then we decided just to crumble. Cardiff scored 2 goals, and then Metcalf scored for us to make it 2-1, making it a bit of a tense last 30-40 minutes. But Cardiff just took over really and outplayed us in every position. But an idea. I think the EFL need to bring in a small version of VAR. Obviously, watching football for 34 years, so it's changed. Like the referee yesterday, I think there were 2 blatant penalties for both teams yesterday, and we need VAR in. Simple as that. There's too many mistakes happening in the league. And obviously I know people slate it off in the Premier League, but the EFL need to bring it in. And things need to change because football is getting a bit of a joke sometimes.
That's an interesting one, Johnny. Obviously, we've got quite a few viewers. I'd love to hear what the viewers have got to say on that statement about the EFL having VAR in. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think it's going to be beneficial to the EFL? Obviously, Premier League fan myself. I won't say it helped us out this weekend, but there was a decision that could have easily gone either way, and VAR, went in our favour this week. But I know that VAR is not always a good thing in the Premier League, so it's interesting to see what our other compadres think, what the championship feel, what the League One and League Two feel about VAR. Sean, what's your reply to a lovely comment aimed towards you as Cardiff City fan? But do you agree? What's your thoughts on that, mate?
on VAR as a whole. Or,
Yeah, VAR the game.
I think the main downside of it is it would take the enjoyment out of if goals were scored and things like that. But it could be a good addition if used correctly. But as we have seen numerous times in the Premier League and potentially the FA Cup, for instance, the people operating it often don't use it correctly at all, like they do in like the World Cup and the Euros, for instance. Because I think the World Cup and the Euros, I was starting to think that VAR could be a really good addition, but once I saw, I think in the first year of VAR, there were like, I think there were several mistakes being made, and I think it was benefiting some teams more than others as well.
So yeah. I think the VAR thing. I think we might do a poll on this. I think we'll send a poll out on our socials and see what EFL fans think about this, because it's a valid point what you've said there, Johnny. That maybe that might make the games a little bit, especially when things are going not in favour for certain teams. In terms of that game, then, Sean, what's your thoughts, mate? I mean, I've got a question for you, Johnny, when we come back to you. But what did you feel about that game, Sean?
I think one of the penalty appeals I think should have been given 100%. There was another one where it wasn't quite clear. It wasn't quite clear what happened, because I think it was the incident with Sarcevic and Chambers, if I'm correct about that. On first viewing, it did look like Sarcevic ran into Chambers, but I could be wrong about that if I look at some more of the replays. I think there were other incidents during the game where the ref wasn't getting it right at all. So I think there was a challenge on Joel Bagan in the area, which I think should have been given. I was also in two minds about an incident which happened towards the end of the game where I think Cian Ashford, there was a knee high tackle on Cian Ashford, and it very much looked like he was the last man, and he probably would have, from how it looked like he was gonna, if that challenge hadn't happened, he would have run all the way to the other side of the pitch and potentially scored as well. So I think a red card should have been given in that case. But the one other penalty appeal I do think should have been given, because it did look like there was a very valid claim for it there.
Right. I mean, I didn't watch the game personally, but it sounds like from this game, it was very scrappy. I suppose it was. It
was a very
very professional game. It sounds like.
Yeah, it was a very physical game. I think it could be said for both sides, to be honest. But I do like a physical game, to be fair. But I think when it's over physical, though, to the point where teams are just going out to injure players, that's the only part I disagree with it on.
Just a quick question for you, Johnny. Obviously, you're doing pretty well in the league. What do you think was the final then kind of thing for this game that actually you need to, as a team, need to think about and need to go away and say to yourselves, right, this was a hiccup against Cardiff. This is where we went wrong. This is what we need to do. Where do you see it at?
So with the Cardiff game, we did not press whatsoever. Obviously, Cardiff have probably got more players on better wages than us, and they just dominated us. They just dominated us, and we did not press. We should have pressed more. But going back to what is it Sean said? I've got if you look on Bradford City Chickens on the Loose podcast on Facebook, I've slowed it down, and it definitely looks like it's like you guys should have a penalty in first half. We should have had a penalty. Like if VAR were in there, I reckon it would have given each penalty, because obviously the last the one against Sarcevic, I think it was a bit of both. Like I put that up on Facebook, and people saying it's a penalty. Some people are not saying it's a penalty. But I think the referee just bottled it. He want the best referee to have.
Yeah. I don't know when this specific ref we've had. I think he's sort of worked in two ways. Sometimes I think we played AFC Wimbledon earlier in the season. I think with him as ref, and he disallowed a goal for AFC Wimbledon. But then what he also did after that was he would constantly give decision after decision against us to sort of make up for it. And I think that's very much what he tried doing in the Bradford game as well. Like that one penalty that he should have given but didn't against us. And then he just started, because of that, he started just going against Bradford a bit.
Yeah, because
guys, you hear it live here. Cardiff City are against that referee, and that referee needs looking at. Needs
David
retraining, let's call it.
David Rock, the referee,
Right, that's
and
it. Let's put a complaint in.
Oh, we've had him a couple of times. I'm not sure, but we've had him. I think.
Has he given you similar decisions, Ben? Poor decisions?
I can't remember the last time he refereed us.
Interesting one. Johnny, I don't want to keep you too long, mate. I don't want to drain your time too much. Anything else that you want to say about the Bradford game? Anything you want to say about who's your next game against, mate?
So the next game is against Huddersfield Town, and obviously Huddersfield Town sacked their manager last night. So you probably know what will happen on Saturday when they get a manager's bounce. But I just want to say, yeah, to Cardiff fan, good luck for the rest of the season. And hopefully you do bottle it at some point and do a wall stall, and then we can completely forget about this game. Because I'm off for therapy now. I'm off for some therapy.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'd say the same as well. I kind of hope Bradford do come up with us, to be honest, because I have that feeling that they could cause a lot of teams problems in the Championship next season.
Right, I'm going to go off, lads.
It's great
thank
to have you on, Johnny. Yeah. Thank you very much. And
goodbye from me and a goodbye from Leo. Say bye, Leo. Say bye.
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 See you later, Leo. Thank you, Johnny. Everybody, make sure you find the Chickens on the Loose podcast. Follow him on Facebook and follow him on all the socials, and see how Bradford City are going to get on this season. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks very much, mate.
Up the chickens. Cheers, lads.
Come chickens.
So everybody else, that comment that was made about VAR, let's just have a quick look at that before we trawl through that League One and see where we're at. So what do we think? VAR in the EFL? Do we think that could be a good thing, bad thing?
It will be in the Championship within 5 years. No ifs, ands or buts. It will be there because the prize money for getting to the Premier League, that TV money that you earn, there is just going to be too much call for it, because there are clubs missing out because of dodgy decisions. It will come. As for Leagues 1 and League 2, no, can't see it happening. League 1, again, I doubt it, because I don't think the gap in money is between Championship and League 1 is big enough to warrant it. You've got to find the people to man it as well. So, no, can't see it myself. I like VAR when it is working and being used properly. The problem is it isn't. And they are tying themselves up in knots over it, because the whole thing was They weren't going to re-referee games. It was going to be for the clear and obvious error, and it's not that anymore. Every decision is being analysed. We are checking this tackle for a red card. We are checking this goal, and it's almost like, you know, if you look at the Everton Villa game earlier, Everton had a goal chalked off, and it was chalked off for offside, and then it comes out saying, "Oh no, there was other stuff involved as well," and it's just infuriating, even for fans watching it on home on the telly, as much as in the grounds. You haven't got a clue what's going on, and this whole we're going to announce it on the ground now. Well, it doesn't add to your viewing. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't make it any better. It is just, Newcastle's number 24 commits the foul on Arsenal's number 3, therefore penalty or whatever.
What does Ben and Tom think about it? Being Rotherham fans, being League One fans, I mean, you know, VAR decision against, you know, Rotherham might put you even lower in the in League One standing. What's your thoughts?
So my thoughts are, and I completely agree with Mark. I think at the end of the day, it's currently VAR is in the SPL, right? And SPL, some would argue, is below the Championship in viewing figures, as it were, potentially. I think Mark's right. It will definitely come into the Championship because the 170 million quid sort of bonus you get from getting out of that league into the Premier League. Was it a few years ago? Was it Huddersfield got completely mugged off by? I can't remember who they're playing. I can't remember. There's a couple. Was it Sheffield United? Maybe I don't know. I hate VAR. I'm a purist. I hate it. I think it's terrible. I mean, it's probably the reason why I don't really watch the Premier League anymore. Well, I do, but I just hate it. I thought Everton's goal today, the first goal, was perfectly good. And I was listening to some Good, the Bad, the Ugly on the old Alexa, and I seen the goal get choked off, and I was like, why?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
All right, Alexa, speak to me. Alexa, stop. Right. Okay. Whatever. Right. So,
you know, because you said that name, Tom, and anybody that's watching, we've got 30 current viewers. Everybody that's got one in their house, their device. I'm not going to say it because I've got one sat right there. Their device is all just twigged up and gone. What? Didn't hear that, did it?
Didn't South Park do that once? I believe
think so,
they did.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they did. So, no, I'm not a fan of VAR, but I agree with Mark. It's going to come to the Championship because the stakes are too big. I can't see it in League 1 or 2 because it'd be pointless. And the logistics of having it in those two leagues, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Lots of nodding coming from you, Ben, as well. You agree?
Yeah, I don't believe this announcement in the stadiums. It's like American football. Oh, we don't need it. We don't need it at all.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. We'll probably stick a poll out, I think, just to see what the EFL fans' views are. I want to quickly nip to the comments before we get started properly, and look at some of the matches and look at some of the results on the weekend. So, Tom, you came on earlier. Best bit about Sundays, apart from the nice Sunday dinner that you might have. Rotherham Gaming 4190. Is that a wave? Yeah, looks like a wave. Evening Rotherham Gaming. Yes, lads, GH is in the house tonight as well, so we've got a bit of GH logic flowing. VAR would ruin the EFL. Already destroyed the Premier League. Yeah, I can't say it's destroyed it, but it's made it a lot more controversial. That's for sure. Clowns operate the VAR most of the time. Do you have some use with that there, GH? Do you sometimes partake in the operating of VAR then? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Poppy's in. Evening, Phil. Evening, everyone else. I think that's supposed to say it's supposed to be aimed at you, Sean. Did you have an omelette for dinner? Question mark. Please say that you get that comment.
Well, they might have to further elaborate what they mean by that, but no.
Okay.
Is it a Gavin and Stacey reference, I think?
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Poppy, let us know. Is that a Gavin and Stacey statement? Mark seems to think it is. Mers is also in. Hello, Phil. 4 others and the shadow in the bottom middle, but obviously Ben's turned his light on now so we can see him a little bit better. Ben does have a few issues sometimes with his microphone, so Mers has also said Ben needs to speak up. I didn't hear what he said. Poppy, Tom, I can't even cope with your comment, as always. John's in as well. Hello, all. Sorry for late arrival. Hope you are all well. I've missed a little. Congrats to Leeds and Man United. Toon are shite. So are Rotherham. Great show as per. Up the Saints from Dylan Grant. Dylan, we hope to have you on very soon. Answer my messages and then maybe we get you on. VAR only works for so-called big teams. Well, I don't know, Poppy, because it went in our favour yesterday against Arsenal, but it wasn't handball anyway. Thank you, Mark. And yes, it was a Gavin and Stacey comment. You should all know. Yeah, and we can hear Ben loud and clear. He's the only one with a smile on his face too. Yeah, because you don't want to know what's happening to him off camera. Right, let's jump straight in to what happened in League One. Let's have a look at what happened this weekend in League One. So as we've spoken about, it was Bradford City 1, Cardiff City 2, at home to Bradford as well. So a nice big win for them there. Bolton Wanderers beat Wigan Athletic away as well, 1-0. Doncaster beat AFC Wimbledon, so hopefully the Rotherham fans will be happy about that one because their next game is against AFC Wimbledon. Barnsley beat Blackpool 2-1 at home. Burton Albion doing well, obviously beating Huddersfield Town 3-1, and then Huddersfield Town's manager gets the heave-ho. Big win for Exeter City there, 3-0 against Stevenage. Leyton Orient beating Reading 3-1. For anybody that doesn't know why I went, I had a bit of a set to with the Leyton Orient fans at the beginning of the season and said I think they were going to get relegated based on what had happened during the transfer window, and I said they were complacent. So the fact that they beat Reading this week is a bit of a for me. Luton 2, Lincoln City 2. So obviously Luton battling there. Lincoln City quite high up in the table. Mansfield, great win for them at Old Mill. 3-0 win over Port Vale. Northampton 1, Wycombe Wanderers 2. So a nice win away there for Wycombe. We also got Peterborough United 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. And then the big one at the bottom there, Stockport County 3, Rotherham United 2. So that's another loss for Rotherham United. Interested to see what some of our Rotherham fans are saying in the messages. So please send in your messages to us. Let us know what you think. But I'm going to go straight to you, Ben. Stockport County 3, Rotherham United 2. What's that all about, mate?
Well, we scored 2 goals. No, we didn't. We about 3 own goals. I've never seen a League One match get 3 own goals before. Jesus.
It was a bizarre one, wasn't it? For anybody that did see the game or didn't see the game, there was one particular own goal that, I mean, I was really impressed with. So for this played a little bit too soon. Against their own player, and his rear end, it went flying into their own goal. I mean, as own goals go, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Pretty impressive.
Is it the best own goal we've seen? Because it's a cracker.
I would say it's probably the blunder of the season so far, and that's coming from a Forest fan whose goalkeeper decided to come 50 yards out of his box when he'd already got 3 defenders there to defend the ball that was incoming. So for a goalkeeper to kick it out, it hit his own player. I mean, to be fair to that player did duck out the way, but it hit his own player and then bounced back and went into the goal. That, for me, just seeing, I didn't see the game, but seeing that one clip and then seeing who scored and, you know, those 3 own goals in a game and so on and so forth, it just reminded me of Tom and Bush's both comments of saying that League One is just Sunday football. It's caravan park bloody game of football. Tom, what's your thoughts on it, mate?
Yeah, so Rotherham, we did 2 hours of this last night. I don't know if you watched, but it was absolutely box office stuff for certain reasons. Yeah, I mean, the lad bends over for the quick kick, and he literally volleys it into his arse, and it flies over the. I mean, I watched the fans behind it; they were like in disbelief, and I'm like, when we're 1-0 down, playing shit, awful, right, and we get a goal like that, I'm thinking, oh well, maybe it's our day today. Maybe it's our day. But I'll tell you what, that clip will get played over and over for years to come because it was really quite odd. We were never in the game until that point. And yeah, look, hey, it gave us a bit of false hope, didn't it, Phil?
It did indeed. You know, you never know, mate. You might get an own goal the other way. Oh, no, you might get an own goal your way, should I say, against AFC Wimbledon next week.
Yeah.
Who knows, eh? Who knows? Ben, any more thoughts? What's your thoughts on that particular own goal?
Well, it's the funniest own goals you're going to see. And,
I mean, the comments are coming in thick and fast based on that. And one of those comments is, that's goal of the season, that is. So, yeah, interesting one. Very interesting game.
It was. And I mean, the game as a whole, we covered this quite a bit last night, unexpectedly, for 2 hours, right? We covered this yesterday. Stockport deserved winners. We played a bit better second half, but we're still miles off it, and we've now lost 8 games in a row. So make of that what you will, Phil.
Yeah, there's a question coming which we'll cover very, very shortly. So Dylan's laughing at what I was saying. Shout out to Blue, the Wigan fan. Shout out to Blue, the Wigan fan. Don't know. Ben seems to think that's funny. So does Shion. So I'll presume that's an internal joke. At Jolla Sullivan, GH Gaming saying, think positively. 1 loss, not 2 this weekend. Could have been worse. A few other little comments coming in. GH thinks that Stockport goal was very funny. What else have we got coming through? There's a question here for Tom and for Ben. I know they do Miller's Monday. When do you think you may get your next win? Ben, when do you think your next win will be?
Well, hopefully against Wimbledon, but I'm thinking Doncaster.
But Doncaster. Even though Doncaster won at the weekend, you know, may have done you a favour. So the men. I'm not saying that there's GH logic floating around here. However, you know, AFC Wimbledon lost to Doncaster this weekend. You've got AFC Wimbledon next, but you don't think you're going to beat them, but you think you'll beat Doncaster. Just putting it there, mate. Just putting it. Let's have a think about that one. Tom, when do you think your next win's going to be?
Hopefully Saturday. Hopefully.
How hopeful are you, though, mate? That's my million dollar question.
It all depends on what happens tomorrow, Phil, doesn't it? Do we keep the manager? Do we relieve him of his duties? Because there was something said yesterday. At this level, we have never gone this many games getting battered in our history at that level. So depends what the chairman and the board and whatever wants to do. I think myself and a number of other fans would suggest that yes, it's time for a change, but then there's a certain cult of fans that think, no, give him time. It's 8 defeats in a row. I mean, that's just not acceptable in any walk of life, is it? I mean, so I'm hoping Saturday against Wimbledon, against a team that went out of existence, came back, climbed themselves up the leagues. Hopefully, we do them, Phil. To be honest with you, mate, and
let's see. I mean, a comment's coming from Poppy, which could highlight what's coming tomorrow. Miller's Monday could be an extremely fun show tomorrow. I think your next win will come once you sack Hampshire. That's her verdict on that one.
Probably.
I'd just like to give a shout out to Wimbledon fans coming. If the I hope you have a nice time and hope you get free and hope you have a good game.
That's very humble of you there, Ben. I like that. You don't want to get lynched, basically, when you get to the ground. Yeah, I like that. I like that, mate. I do like that.
I'm just looking at Rotherham's fixtures, and I think you got 21 games left. I think your next win actually comes in September away at Barrow in League Two.
Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. Yes.
It is dire. I've been there. It is awful going down to League Two. But hopefully, I know very little about Rotherham other than what I chat with Tom over the last couple of years. You need to sack Hampshire. You can't go 8 games losing, not just not winning, losing 8 on the spin.
Thank you, Mark.
Third. You are only 5 points off 20th, but
I mean, let's have a very, very quick look at the table. So there's the top half of the table. Obviously, Cardiff sat up there, so Sean's very happy about that. Sitting pretty at the top, 55 points. It's a big 6-point league over the second place, which is Lincoln, and then third sat there is Bradford City. Obviously, they had a loss at the weekend, but they lost against first place. So, it's although they can cry and moan about it and nothing against Johnny and Chickens on the Loose, but you did lose against first place. So it swings and roundabouts as far as I'm concerned on that one. Yes, it could have closed the gap on Lincoln, but I think you're playing well enough to stay up there. Obviously, Stockport 1 point behind. They got that win at the weekend against Rotherham, despite the kick on the bum. Bolton, 42, and then there's a jump down to Huddersfield, who have just lost their manager. 2 games on the bounce there of losing and 2 draws, and they get rid of their manager. Then we look at the bottom half. There we go, the bottom half. And Rotherham have sat there on 5 on the bounce there. Obviously, we know it's a few more than that, and yet you've still got your manager. It's a very odd one, isn't it? It's really
it's mental, Phil. It's absolutely mental, and there's still oh god, there's still people within our fan base that are saying, no, give him time. We've lost 8 on the pounce. 8 games. Yeah, it's pathetic. Look at that. At least there's like some sort of traffic light system there. Like there's some greys, there's some reds, there's some greens. Jump down to us, you're in the top half again, Phil. But I mean, you jump down to us, bang, reds.
Yeah, that's
can't even go.
I mean, look, even that Doncaster are 2 points above you. Even they've got green in their last 5. What the hell's that all about? They've got extra toes, web feet, and living caravans, for God's sake. Yet you're sat there, At the minute, the only good thing about Rotherham is Radio Rotherham, and I've got to say that because I've got friends there, and the Rotherham Corner Kitchen with his pork. Because the football club's terrible.
At the minute it is. But like we had Doncaster fans on our show last night giving it the big un because they were above us in the table but in the relegation zone. What a rubbish mentality.
clinging onto pure fantasy. Even Port Vale below you, they've had a win in the last 5. Jeez.
Vale have also changed their manager.
And they've also changed their manager.
And Mark's correct. Everyone
back to some of the comments.
Changed their manager. But anyway.
Yeah. Back to a few of the comments. Taxi for Big Boy says Rotherham Gaming. Rotherham fans, would you take Clark Harris back? Now he is wanted to come back. Now, if he wanted to come back, what do we think?
Well, it's pointless. It's pointless. He won't get any service.
It's pointless.
He won't get any service.
What else have we got? By the way, Doncaster won by a sheer goalkeeper error. Doughty plays so poorly against Rotherham. Dylan's back on. Going back to VAR quickly, I think it would be a thing in the Championship, but that Rob Kitchen is it. Shocking ref. We need our owners gone, though. VAR alone won't save us. Wow, Mark, what we got? Wow, Mark, wow. Cheers, buddy. Lol, that's from John Sullivan. If Hamshaw stays somehow and keeps you up, he needs his own statue outside the stadium. What do you say to that, Ben?
That's rewarding mediocrity.
Just so you know, that is come from GH Logic and GH Gaming, who still thinks that Wolves are going to survive the Premiership. So, you know, despite being on 8 points at the minute.
Well, do we need to even have a statue for him?
I mean, I've heard comments of worst manager that you've ever had.
To lose 8 on the Spain, it's not nice for any club. It's not nice for any club. Does he need a statue for that? No.
Ben is taking the piss, mate.
There's definitely some piss taking there.
George is taking the piss, Ben. Yeah, you know what? If George finishes above me in the FPL league, I'll build a statue of George outside my house. Right?
Well, as it's going at the minute, Tom, you've only picked up, last time I checked earlier, you'd only picked up 12 points so far this week.
Yeah, do you know what? Form is temporary, class is permanent. You're right.
Oh, is that what it is? Big Dog, 1984. I'm not sure who that is, but definitely a Rotherham fan. We will stay up.
He's referring to next season in League 2. Well, I've got a new joke eventually.
I'll tell you what, Adam. Get Big Dog on, because it's Adam. It's Adam.
Oh, is that Adam? Fabulous. Adam, please give me a shout. I'll drop you the link. Let's have you on, mate. We will stay up. I'm loving it. I did not realise that was you, mate. Glad you're watching. Give us the heads up, mate. I'll send you the link. For anybody that doesn't watch Miller's Monday or doesn't watch the Rotherham podcast at all, Adam is Mr. Positivity. He is 100% Rotherham. If you cut him in half, he's like a piece of Blackpool rock. He says Matt Hamshaw, Tony Stewart, they are the best people in Rotherham. Rotherham United all day long, up the Millers. Unbelievable, that guy. But he's got some valid points. We will stay up. I don't think that's necessarily the most valid of points that I've seen. If that isn't saying relegation, I don't know what is. All those losses. I think most people are saying the same. Ben, you're down, mate. Sorry to say. So Dylan's saying you're gone, mate. You're absolutely completely gone. It's not the manager, it's the owner up the Millers. Ray Smedley, right? I had this conversation with a few of the guys prior to starting the show today. I agree with you, mate. I agree completely with you. I think Matt Hamshaw is completely out of his depth, but I think once Tony Stewart decides what he's actually doing with the club, whether he's selling or what he's going to do, if he was to actually leave, I think by pure coincidence, let's call it, Matt Hamshaw would probably go as well. So I think it'd be 2 birds, 1 stone on that one. Adam's on again. All change next week. New owners, hopefully. So Adam's staying very positive. New owners will give a big chance for Rotherham to turn things around. You've got time, boys. You've definitely got time.
Really? Do you think, yeah? Well, about a couple of games we've got. Cardiff at home, Plymouth at
No,
home.
that's a loss.
Plymouth at home. You still got to play all these teams.
I think the thing is, I think with the majority of your players, you've got the capability. So I don't see why not. If you get the right manager who knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about, gets an owner that actually wants to invest in the club, I think you've got every chance. What else have we got? A bit of swearing from GH. WTF, Tom? You're at FPL, Mr. Master. Just pick the best players. That's your way of winning the FPL, isn't it? Tom, just pick the best players. Simple as.
Well, I mean, listen. George is obviously giving it the big one, but you know what, George? We'll see who wins in the end, mate.
And the final comment so far coming is from Peter Scott. Change the manager, we will stay up. Interesting. So that is the format of League One at the minute. Looking grim for Rotherham. But who knows? Who knows what is around the corner for them?
Just a quick one, Phil. Adam's wanting in.
Is it right? Let's drop Adam in whilst we have a quick chat about the championship. Let's look over the championship games. I will send Adam a quick message with the log on, and he can come and have his power of positivity for Rotherham. So championship games went like so. Middlesbrough got a narrow win against West Brom, 3-2. Coventry back on winning form, it looks like. A decent win there against Leicester City, dropping Leicester into the second part of the league now. That's them dropped down a little bit lower. Ipswich winning form still, 3-0 against Blackburn Rovers. Millwall winning away 2-0 against Watford. Charlton scraping a win against Sheffield United. So this winning form that Sheffield United have been on, slightly stopped by Charlton Athletic there. Oxford, Bristol City ended in a ball draw. Preston North End lost against Derby. Sorry, every time I say Derby County, can't say it without regurgitating and wanting to throw my guts up. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Portsmouth 1. Hull City beating the Saints there. Southampton 2-1. So boys, you can give your Saints friends a bit of a dig on that one. Stoke and Queen's Park Rangers finished in a ball draw. Wrexham's winning form is being damaged there by Norwich City on a 2-1 win, and a 1-1 draw for Swansea City versus Birmingham. So, Mark, back to winning ways, mate?
It was much improved again. First half, both teams were very open, and both defences looked shaky. Leicester took the lead 20-odd minutes in. It was a well-taken goal, but defenders didn't cover themselves in any glory. And then second half, I can only assume that Leicester was still sat in the dressing room because they just didn't turn up. Admittedly, we scored two of the worst goals you'll see, but Leicester were abysmal. It's easy to see why they are nowhere near challenging for automatics, as I think everybody from the outside would have thought, yeah, this is happening. But we needed a win desperately because it's all been going a little bit wrong. We've got two new signings in, Romain Essa on loan from Palace and Yang Min-hyuk from Tottenham, who was at Portsmouth earlier in the season. Yang didn't play yesterday, but he looked okay against Stoke in the FA Cup, but Essa looks the business. Could be a very good signing. But yeah, we've got another game. I think getting Christmas out of the way for us was important because it was a nasty run. Games coming thick and fast. We certainly didn't have the deepest squad, whereas now, with the exception of one goalkeeper, we've got everybody pretty much fit now. One lad, Bobby Thomas, got one more game banned for trying to whack someone at Birmingham. Fair enough. We've all tried to do that once or time. So, yeah.
Do that every time I go to Birmingham, mate. Just try and whack someone.
Yeah. I think we have to talk about Sheffield United because I think we've all said we expect them to make a run for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you say that Charlton's to win. I think you can say that Sheffield United gave them a win with 2 red cards in the first half.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
One of the first one, Samara, was an awful challenge. And hopefully the Nibs who he tackled isn't too badly injured. But that was... you don't often see 2 red cards in the first half for the same team. And then Ipswich, looking unstoppable at the moment. Really, really good. And I'm not worried if we win the title. If we go up, we go up. That's what I'm concerned about. But Ipswich look brilliant. They look really good, and I can't see anyone who's going to beat them. I really can't.
Fair play. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very interesting. Just a few comments before it all falls to pot. Just give me a second. A few comments coming in. I think it's time you looked on the bright side. If it wasn't for the weather, it would be a 10-game losing streak. I think that's for the Rotherham fans there. Mers, not thinking it's a good idea that Adam comes on after last night's show. Wants to make sure Adam's not bringing the tone down. I don't think he would. Adam's just a power of positivity. Poppy saying Adam was Hamshaw in all show until Lee destroyed him. The Bushy has struck again with facts and stats. However, by the end of the show, he was Hamshaw out like everyone else. Dylan's laughing. No need. They're both in League One, so
not for long.
He's giving you a bit of jip back. Obviously, Cardiff flying high, so it's probably not going to.
Is sorry, gents. Is Dylan a Southampton fan?
Yeah, Dylan is a Saints fan. He will be joining the Sunday service if he pulls his finger out and answers my questions and gets it right.
Imagine losing to Hull City at home.
This is what I say, mate. Hull City. We'll have a look at the table very, very shortly on that one.
Yeah, even though Marisa beat them last season.
Yeah, we mentioned the derby points for the Prem, so obviously that's the Wolves. What's the lowest for the Championship? Sheffield Wednesday just can't catch a break. They are okay. Another emergency goalkeeper signing, apparently. I think it's a standard. Sheffield Wednesday are goners, aren't they? They're not gonna survive, not in the slightest. But Rotherham won't be playing them next season anyway because they'll be in the league below. What do we reckon, lads? Will Wrexham get another promotion? I really hope so. But you've seen James McLean has just left them, and he was class.
Is not class.
George.
He's a
James
name.
McLean is not class. Go on, Mark. I'll let you do this.
We like James McLean. I think he's a good player, or he certainly was a good player. He is obviously disliked by a lot of people for certain opinions, which is fine because everyone's allowed to set opinions, and I don't particularly care. He's not class. He wants to end his career at Derry, hometown. Fine. If he was class, he wouldn't have gone to Wrexham in League Two, as they were at the time. But I mean, there's every chance that Wrexham could make the playoffs. I don't think if they do, they go up. And I'm not sure it would be for the best for them to go up this season.
Agreed, Mark. Agreed.
4 promotions on the spin. That would be lovely. I think any club who's that's been that far down the pyramid would like to do that. But let's be fair, it's not realistic. For me, I do think the top 2 are Coventry and Ipswich. Pick who comes up in what order. And then playoffs, from what I've seen, I would have to say Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
I've got to agree with you a little bit there, Mark, on Middlesbrough. I think.
But by all means, yes, Wrexham could quite easily make the playoffs. They will have a lot of people want them to do so. They will probably have even more people hoping they don't, because a lot of people do see them as well, they've got a ton of money because of the Rob and Ryan connection and the Disney show. But it's one of those things where if it happened to your club, you'd be buzzing. And it just happens they picked Wrexham.
Agreed, Mark. Agreed.
Right. It could have been Carlisle. It was one of the other clubs they were looking at, but it's Wrexham.
Mark. Yes, they were.
And just got to get on with it.
Well, anybody that beats Forest, I don't like. So Wrexham can fucking suck a fart for all I could care. They can fucking go down to Conference League for all I give a shit. If the Dawson goal would have been disallowed and it ended 2-2, what would they have been saying then? Interesting one. At the end of the draw, would you have been happy with that?
Oh, would have been over the moon. Would have been like there'd have been open top bus parade through Rotherham. Jesus
Christ. We've just commented about a bleeding statue of him. Now you want an open top bus around Rotherham.
Hey, we drew his Stockport away. Come on.
Bushy's watching. The new lad looks a good addition and I like Ben's headphones. Very professional. There you are, Ben. Comment of the night, Bushy, saying that you're very professional. Mer's having another moan. Phil, I don't see what some of the nasty things Adam was saying is a positive, but hey ho. Well, let's see if he says anything nasty to me, because guess who we've got sat in our lobby? Well, we did have him sat in the lobby and he's disappeared now. Oh, Adam, I built it up, got to the right point, you've disappeared. If you come back, mate, give us a shout. Obviously, Hutcho is on. Good evening, gents. Loving the show. GH knowledge at its finest. For anybody that doesn't know, obviously, if you don't know who GH is, you are definitely living under a rock. But GH is one of our Premier League pundits. He supports Liverpool, so you've got to give him a bit of extra time anyway. Yeah, and you've got to give him, the benefit of the doubt. But he is a Liverpool fan that lives in Southampton or wherever it is he lives. But I'm trying to get trending the word GH logic to the point where I couldn't contact the Oxford English Dictionary because they wouldn't allow it. But I've contacted Urban Dictionary and asked if they will put GH logic into Urban Dictionary, and they've given them a definition for it. So if that does become true and GH logic ends up in the Urban Dictionary, for people that don't know what the Urban Dictionary is, have a look.
Can I just check? Was GH the one that said that Yaya Toure was an attacking midfielder because he had a card on FIFA that could play Cam?
Yeah, he's also the one that was talking about cams and saying that Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard weren't cams and this, that, and the other. Yeah.
GH was also the one that didn't say N'Golo Kante is in the top 5 CDMs of Premier League history. But anyway.
Yeah. And 1 week slating Mohamed Salah, and then I think it was last week praising him, saying can't wait to see him back in the squad and scoring goals for us again. So yeah, he's I think the last comment that I saw that was aimed towards GH was next time you watch any football, make sure that you've been to Specsavers, got your eyes checked. And whilst you're there, make sure you get yourself some hearing aids and get your hearing checked as well. He made a comment earlier about something like it's been 36 months since Aston Villa lost at home. It hasn't been 36 months. It's been 11 consecutive wins, but GH was adamant it was 36 months. So, yeah, that's the same GH. So GH logic always in the house. Let's have a look at the championship table. Adam's disappeared. He's not come back on yet. So, Adam, if you're still watching, mate, I'd love to see your appearance. So, yeah, let's have a look at the top of the championship table. Looks like this. Coventry sitting pretty at the top there. 55 points, so a 6-point lead there over Middlesbrough. Back to winning ways for Coventry. They've had a 3-game blip there, but yeah, they're back on it. They're back on it. Let's face it, Coventry are probably going to go automatic on this one. Middlesbrough, Ipswich, Millwall, and there's Hull in 5th. Must be something to do that win over Saints at the weekend. Preston in 6th, Stoke in 7th, Watford 8th, Bristol. Then Wrexham climbing up slowly in 10th, QPR, and then Derby are in 12th place. Interesting top half there, Mark. You think that's a fair comment? Coventry to automatic?
Yeah. As I say, it'll be us in Ipswich. Based on what we've seen so far, I mean, anything can happen because, there are still 20-odd games left. And, I think crowning certain teams to go up at this stage, it's definitely going to happen. No, we've all seen teams throw it away before. But I do think it will be Coventry and Ipswich in whatever order. Doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. We go up. Playoffs, I think Borough win it, but it could. But there's, do you know what? Anyone from Leicester in 13th up to 4th, Millwall. I think any of those teams could get in the playoffs. Realistically,
nice, interesting logic from GH Gaming again. Even though we've talked multiple times about this Millwall thing, would be crazy if we see Millwall and West Ham in the same league.
What is it with
say it again, Mark? Come on, say it again, mate.
What is it with this myth about Millwall? You've been watching too much Green Street and what's that one that Football Factory? Yes, Millwall and West Ham hate each other the same way that Arsenal and Tottenham hate each other. Coventry and Leicester hate each other. If you read Reddit, Coventry hate everyone apparently, but there you are. That's just it. It's not a big deal. It's not this all. It does my head in. Absolutely does my head in.
It's all right, Mark. Don't get wound up over GH logic.
I'll tell you what. Both of those teams are cockney twats, to be honest with you. Awful places, right?
Hey! First point of the night. 57 minutes into the show, and Tom says, awful place.
Bermondsey. Oh, yeah, whatever. We're Millwall. No one likes us. We don't care. Well, stop singing about it because you actually do care, you bunch of idiots, right? And West Ham, I'm Flavour blowing bubbles. That was Michael Jackson's Monkey, right? Okay. Look, they play an athletics ground, right? Bunch of fannies, both of them.
Bunch
the
of
Hammers
fannies,
and the Lions. Awful. Come and see me, right? I'll have words. Awful places. But anyway.
So, Sean.
Yeah.
Looking at that table there, obviously, looking at some of the teams in the Championship, who are you looking forward to playing against next season, mate?
Swansea, 100%.
Yeah, nice little rivalry there.
And I'd say maybe Bristol City as well, because that's like another derby game for us.
Not too far away.
I know we played them this season in the cup, but I'd quite like to get Wrexham again, I think.
What do you feel your chances are next season, mate? In an honest term, obviously you're fresh coming up. The aim will be to not get relegated again. What's your thoughts? So where do you think you're gonna?
Well, I think it very much depends on who we bring in the season after, but I am confident with the group of players we have right now, and even the younger ones are like really stepping up as well. If everything goes according to plan in the transfer market next season, I think we will do quite well. I'd say maybe mid-table, maybe a tiny bit higher if everything goes according to plan.
Okay.
I'd agree with that if you get the recruitment right.
And also, there's rumours going around that Tan might be selling up at the end of the season as well.
Okay. Interesting.
Because of the whole Salah situation as well. Once that matter is dealt with, he doesn't have like a reason to be here anymore.
Right. Okay. Well, there we go then. Who knows where it's all going to go? A few more comments coming in. Bushy, another lunatic Rotherham fan. What would we say to a draw to Stockport? It's shit. We would still be second bottom. Get some standards, lad. Bushy always outspoken as always about his love for one of his two-team. Being a two-team wanker, only one of his teams won this weekend. So very, very passionate about Rotherham there. Would be crazy to... we've had that one. GH logic. Poppy, Millwall are absolute nobodies. Too scared to bring fans to away games. So Poppy, for anybody that doesn't know, is a Leeds fan for her sins. But Leeds, again, doing really well this season, so can't complain too much. But yeah, very outspoken there about the Millwall fans. And John, that's a good name, GH. New show idea, Tom's Terrible Towns on a Tuesday. Haha, just a map of the UK and Tom going around it. So we might do some shorts of that. Tom and his ultimate terrible towns. Like it. Awful town.
Next stop, Chesterfield.
Tom, you're on mute, mate. You're up and down like that. You're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I'll give you 2 out of that list there, right?
Go on, then.
Never go to Blackburn. Awful place, right? And then I'm looking up now. Let's have a look. Birmingham. 2 bad places.
Yeah. But Birmingham's awful.
Blackburn and Birmingham. And I'll include West Brom in that as well.
Well, yeah, it's all the same, isn't it? Birmingham, West Brom.
And Norwich and Charlton.
And Leicester.
Leicester, awful place.
Yeah.
Swansea as well.
Norwich, awful place.
Yeah. Sheffield, awful place. Oxford.
I don't mind Sheffield so much. I've got to be nice anyway. My dad's from Sheffield, so it's not too bad, Sheffield.
Fair enough.
Yes, it's all right.
Used to have a good nightlife, that's for sure. Right, let's have a quick look at League Two then, guys, before the show comes to a finish. Adam's not coming on. We're going to get Adam on next week. Let's have a campaign to get Adam on next week. So League Two looking like this: 0-0 ball draw between Chesterfield and Bromley. Bromley sitting top of the table at the minute, so playing away at Chesterfield and then and not getting a win. That's more of a hit to Bromley, I think. I think that's a good result for Chesterfield, as per se. Walsall winning 3-1 over Tranmere Rovers. Milton Keynes Dons sitting pretty there. 2-0 win over Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Colchester 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Notts County getting another win, this time away to Crawley Town. Up the Magpies. Crewe Alexandra 3, Barrow 1. Cambridge United winning away 2-1 at Fleetwood Town. Gillingham winning 3-2 against Newport County, who are bottom. Grimsby, 1-0 win over Barnet. Grimsby, awful place. Oldham Athletic 2, Cheltenham 1. It's like it's spreading like COVID, you know, Tom. Shrewsbury Town 1, Harrogate 0, and Swindon Town 2, Salford City and the Gary Neville Special 3.
That's the biggest result of the weekend, that bottom one there, Phil.
That what one?
Salford v Swindon. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Swindon v Salford. Both battling. Ian Holloway, whatever. Salford, whatever. You know, both awful places. No,
awful places.
What I mean is that's like a close sort of thing in the league. MK Dons getting a win. So do you know what? And Bromley still punching well above the weight. I think that'll be the story of the 92 this season. If Bromley win League Two, in my opinion, because Cardiff are going to win League One, right? Coventry or Ipswich are going to win the Championship. It's looking now like Arsenal are going to win the Prem, but Bromley to win League Two. I mean, Bromley. I mean, it's an awful place, but I mean, what incredible job whoever behind the scenes have done at Bromley. Fair play.
Absolutely. Doff my cap to her. I mean, it's a small little town in southeast London. It's unbelievable what they've done.
They don't need to win the league. They're just getting promoted as Bromley. This being their second ever season in the Football League. Incredible thing.
Exactly.
Could be Wrexham Part 2, guys.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No, Sean's gone like.
I'm not sure if I go that far, but I think they will I think they will be a decent club, but I'm not sure if I'd go that far.
Ben, you look like you were going to say something, mate.
Yeah, you just think looking back to what Sutton did in their first season.
Yeah.
I mean, they nearly beat us at Wembley. That what an achievement that would have been.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, like you say, Tom, Bromley, it could be phenomenal for them, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the comments
And
coming in.
I'm all for
Oxford
that.
is lovely. GH says Oxford is lovely, mates. Don't slate Oxford. But on the role reversal, he has said that Bromley are better than Rotherham. So
What, Bromley as a place is better than Rotherham?
I don't know, mate. Don't know.
Who knows?
Don't know. But the thing is, you'll never know, mate, because Bromley are going to get promoted at the end of the season, and unfortunately for Rotherham, they're going to get relegated. So Dylan's saying, I'll speak to my mate Dan and see if he'll come on too. He's a Bristol City fan. My internet should be sorted this week. I'll drop you a message. No worries, Dylan. You drop that message when you're ready, mate.
Dylan, surely if you comment in your internet sorted, pal.
As a team and a place, GH is saying, Tom. He reckons Bromley as a place and as a team are better than
Right, I'll tell you what, George. Portsmouth is better than Southampton, right? I'd rather live in Pompey than Southampton, right?
I'd say historically they are a bigger club.
They are.
As a club, but I was based in Portsmouth with my job for a bit. You know what? People in Portsmouth say Southampton are slugs. It's awful. It's an awful place. So Portsmouth.
Is that where it all grew from, Tom? It's an awful place.
Well, no. Well, I was just down in Portsmouth, like Gosport area kind of way. You know what I mean?
So let's have a look at that League Two table very, very quickly. We're running slightly over time. So Bromley, Swindon and Walsall sitting pretty at the top there. Bromley, a clean 6 points ahead of second place.
Which is mental. That is mental.
52 points from 26 games. Yeah. Amazing for Bromley. Amazing. Swindon, Walsall, Salford, Milton Keynes. You're a bit of a. I'm not saying a love for Milton Keynes, but you've been supportive of Milton Keynes, haven't you, Tom? Based on their manager.
Well, Milton Keynes, first and foremost, is an awful place. But I mean, manager-wise, he will get them top three, I'm sure, at the end of the season. I'm sure.
But it's an awful place. Cambridge in sixth. Notts County slowly climbing, followed by Chesterfield. Not the best run of form for Chesterfield at the minute. 3 draws and a loss. Colchester sitting in 9th. They've climbed up a little bit recently. Crewe, awful place. They're in 10th. Grimsby smells of fish. They're in 11th. And Oldham down in mid-table in 12th. Let's have a look at that bottom part. Poor Newport. They're doing worse than Rotherham, and that's saying something. And then Harrogate in 23rd. Crawley, very, very bad run of games for Crawley. 4 on the bounce lost. And then it's Bristol Rovers, Shrewsbury, Barrow, Cheltenham, Tranmere, Accrington, Fleetwood, Gillingham and Barnet in 13th. Look at all them reds, though, in that bottom half of that table. It's a bit shocking, really, isn't it?
Well, but I'll tell you what, there's a common theme here. Not one of those teams in that bottom half or all of that league have got 5 reds next to them, have they?
No.
They haven't, have they?
So they're not as shit as Rotherham, then, are they?
No.
So essentially, Tom, by looking at that and that lower half of that league, not one team have got 5 reds next to them. Essentially, you're saying that Rotherham deserve to be in League Two.
At the minute, yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Heard it here.
100%.
Heard it live. Tom thinks Rotherham deserve to be in League Two.
Unless drastic change happens, Phil.
Unless drastic change happens. See, there's always a but, isn't there? Always a but. You know, as proper teams like Cardiff and Coventry, you don't have this problem, do you, boys? You just
have you been to Cardiff, Phil?
I have been to Cardiff. Great night out. It used to be.
Sean, do you live in Cardiff?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had no problems living there my entire life, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah,
let me
Tom.
tell you, Sean, awful place.
I mean, like every city, you have.
My mate's head media advertising manager for Transport for Wales, who lives in Cardiff. So I like Cardiff. It's okay. They don't like the rain though, do they? So all good. Cardiff, let's go.
Absolutely. So a few more last comments coming in. Dylan giving it what for? No, I'm on 5G with 1 bar signal, mate. Oi, behave. Poppy, play up, Pompey. Pompey, play up. We don't like scummy Southampton.
Yes.
Go on, Poppy. Give it to GA to these scummy town. And we love the Saints and we love Fratton Park from Dylan. I suppose somebody's got to answer Dylan. Best thing about Southampton, that big motorway that goes up north. That's the best thing about Southampton. Right, coming to the end of the show then, guys. So I want to thank our pundits for tonight. I want to thank Johnny, who was on early doors from Chickens on the Loose podcast. So please make sure you all like, share, and follow Chickens on the podcast. Chickens on the Loose, should I say, podcast for Bradford City. I've also got Sean in tonight, who first time and performed extremely well. Well done, mate.
Sean, well done, mate. Well done.
Up the Cardiff all day long. We've also got Ben in tonight. Ben, one of our resident Rotherham fans, looking very professional with his headphones on. Always a pleasure to have the wonderful Mark on, very knowledgeable about his championship and all things Frank Lampard and all things Coventry.
The most knowledgeable person we've got is Mark, and I'm off to him.
You are too Tom.
And finally, Super Tom hates every town apart from Carlisle.
I don't like Carlisle.
Carlisle, and it's 5 minutes down the road from him. Don't get him started on Barrow or anywhere like that. Awful place. Awful. But great to have you guys on. Very knowledgeable. It's been great fun tonight. We have gone slightly over. I personally want to thank all the fantastic comments and all the people that have been commenting to the show tonight. Whether you're new to watching this show or you're just one of our resident followers, I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much for your comments. This show would not be the same without you. As I've said already at the top of the show, this show will be changing this year, 2026. We're making some tweaks, and so lots to come on the Sunday service. But we're not just about the Sunday service, and we're not just all about all the EFL. We are also about every single football club in the league, from Premiership, Championship, League One and League Two. We are KB Terrace Talk. Please make sure you like, follow, share and subscribe to all of our shows. On Monday, we have Miller's Monday. It will be a very, very interesting show tomorrow. Hopefully, Adam will be on, causing more havoc, causing more controversy. And who knows, maybe Matt Hamshaw might actually fuck off. And I'm going to say that because we've gone past the... Well, no, we haven't gone past the watershed, but bollocks to it anyway. On Thursday, we have 2 shows. We have the Premier League show that kicks off at 7 o'clock, which is everything about the Premier League, all the fallout and all the action. Carl's going to get ribbed for making his prediction of 7-1 for City against Man United, and they lost 2-0. Man United. And the United strand is getting one step closer to getting that haircut of his. We've also obviously going to have the fallout between Arsenal and Forest. That's Mers and myself, based on Mers thinking he's better than us. And actually, we held you to a draw, mate. Up you. And then also at 8 o'clock, we have the midweek Millers as well. So more fallout, more arguments, and more fans moaning that Bushy doesn't support Rotherham. He just wants it all bad for them. On Friday, we've also got the FPL show. So if you are part of our FPL program or you're just a fan of the FPL, jump on there for Mers and Luke. and they will give you all the insight of the transfers that you need to bring in, the ones that you need to send out, sorting Ben's team out. I think we might have to sort Tom's team out this week as well. And as long as we beat GH, it's all good. And then don't forget, we will be back here next Sunday for the Sunday EFL Roundup.
Quick
Any
one,
final
Phil. Quick one,
guys? I
Phil.
know, Tom, you like to say your little piece.
Quick one. There'll be a live after-match reaction on Saturday when we either win, lose, or draw against Wimbledon. So, yeah.
You mean lose?
Well, one of the three.
Yeah, well, one of them. Oh, there is an option to win and draw, then, is there, as well?
Well, depends what happens, isn't it?
So you need to tell your players and Matt Amshaw, then, mate, that they can actually draw and win. But anyway, that's the end of our show for tonight. I want to thank our pundits. I want to thank our fans. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all on the next stream of KB Terry's Talk. Thanks, guys.
All the best, boys. Cheers.